most of the fans of the basketball player are fans of the sport of basketball. But yeah, if you guys thought that people weren't going to care, 1.7 million views.
Have you seen the latest Caitlyn Clark training video released by the Indiana Fever? It's gone mega viral, with almost 2 million views in 24 hours. Well, guess what is if on cue, within a day, in a completely expected and hilarious twist, Angel Reese's PR team leaks her own, and it's a complete joke. Clark's pure gold Reese's, well, let's just say it's more like fool's gold. Get ready for a wildly entertaining breakdown of these two videos. We've got stats, we've got fan reactions, and we've got some ridiculous misguided attempts at one. Upmanship on the part of Reese. Tell me jealousy ain't real, trust me. You don't want to miss this. You know what's wild? Caitlyn Clark can't even up her sneakers without the internet exploding. But this latest workout video, it's got everyone buzzing for good reason. Let's talk about this clip that sets social media on fire. 2 million views in 24 hours. Talk about mega viral. But why is this particular video such a big deal? It's not just Clark showing off. It's a masterclass in self-improvement.
This workout has gotten a lot of people excited for Caitlyn Clark because she is like directly working on her weaknesses, which I think is a good look. Honestly, I think that's a really, really good look for her because, again, when we're seeing somebody working on their weaknesses and not the glamorous weaknesses.
The video walks us through 3 key elements. Clark's focusing on first up ball handling in tight spaces. Now Clark's already a wizard with the rock, but she led the league in turnovers last season. Mainly, it's because no one was used to the otherworldly passes she was dishing, and it did get better post-Olympic break. But it's also because she gets double and triple teamed all the time. The ball pressure is immense. By working on her control under pressure, she's addressing that head-on next. We see Clark drilling her mid-range game. This is huge. Everyone knows about her logo threes and her ability to finish at the rim. She shot a ridiculous 62% from less than 5 feet last season. But that mid-range, that's been the one gap in her offensive arsenal, and opponents are forcing her to take those shots. By adding an assistant floater and pull-up jumper, Clark's making herself even tougher to guard. Finally, there's a focus on finishing through contact. Clark's not afraid to drive. But in the WNBA, that means dealing with some serious physicality, whether intentional or not. By simulating game-like conditions and working on her strength, she's preparing for the bruising she'll face night after night. I mean, look at those arms.
Back in her natural habitat, back in the lab, playing basketball. And it's got to be a scary sight for the rest of the WNBA if she gets even better, because it's not as if she wasn't absolutely phenomenally elite as a rookie and arguably the best player in the league after the Olympic.
Here's the thing, Clark's not just working out. She's addressing her weaknesses head-on. This isn't about maintaining her game. It's about evolving it. And that should terrify her opponents. What does this mean for next season? Picture this: a Caitlyn Clark who can handle double teams even better, who has a mid-range game to complement her 3-0 shooting, and who can finish consistently through contact. Add this to the infinite shooting range and her uncanny court vision leading to quarterback pinpoint passes. It's like giving Superman kryptonite immunity on top of his flying, his heat vision, his super speed, and super strength.
You're starting from a very high place, but as Michael Jordan once famously said, right, the ceiling is the roof. And there really is no ceiling on Caitlyn Clark's game because of her vision. I think that the thing that stands out the most to me is her court vision. And when you're able to shoot from deep, the way she's able to shoot from deep.
Clark's already elite. She broke the record in assists in a season, and in a game as a rookie led the league in three-pointers and one of the league leaders in points. But she's aiming for unstoppable. This isn't just off-season training. It's a statement of intent. Watch out. Because an MVP season is incoming, Clark's not just looking to improve. She's looking to dominate.
There is really nothing you can do as a defense but hope the ball doesn't go in the basket. That's the level of greatness that Caitlyn Clark can get to, where the defense's only hope is that she misses.
But wait, there's more to this story, because while Clark's out here putting in the work, someone else decided they needed to join the party, and trust me, it's not quite the same level of dedication. Picture this: you're Angel Reese's publicist, and you've just watched Caitlyn Clark's video go. Supernova, what do you do next? The answer might surprise you, and it's causing quite a stir in the WNBA world. Guess what happened next? Angel Reese's PR team went into full-blown panic mode. They scrambled to release their own workout video, and boy does it. Show this knee-jerk reaction, screams desperation, not dedication.
Lack of, well, proof that she's been in the gym working on her craft, trying to hone her skills after what can only be described as one of the worst shooting seasons anybody's ever seen in the history of basketball.
Let's talk about this video for a second. Reese is out there, ball in hand, showing off her handles and putting up shots. Sounds great, right? But something about this whole thing feels off. It's like watching a cover band try to recreate a chart-topping hit. The notes are there, but the soul is missing now. Let's crunch some numbers. Clark's video, a cool 2 million views in 24 hours. Reese's, it's limping along at 200,000 views in 12 hours. At this rate, she'll be lucky to hit 500,000 in a full day. That's barely a quarter of Clark's reach out. But here's what's really got people talking. Where's the Chicago Sky in all of this? You'd think Reese's actual team would be front and center, showcasing their star players' off-season grind. Instead, we've got crickets from the sky and a hastily thrown together video from Reese's PR team. And nobody is impressed. So what's really going on with Reese's training? Let's be real for a second. This is the same Angel Reese who shot a dismal 44.5% on attempts from less than 5 feet and 39.1% overall from the field. That's one of the worst percentage in WNBA history for someone taking that many close-range shots. You'd think her workout video would focus on, actually making those shots.
Is literally the most inefficient player within 5 foot in all of the WNBA. Any which way you put it, she shot bad from the field. All right, she's 6'3" and she plays under the basket, and she shot 39.1% from the field.
Instead, we're treated to a highlight reel that seems more concerned with looking good than addressing real weaknesses. It's all flash, no substance. This isn't about improvement. It's about keeping up appearances. It's like Reese is more worried about her Instagram feed than her stat sheet. But wait, there's more. While Clark's busy revolutionizing her game, Reese has been making waves on the red carpet, dropping hot takes on podcasts and ranting about her salary. Now, there's nothing wrong with building your brand, but when your one-court performance is begging for attention, maybe it's time to reassess those priorities.
No, my rent is more than that. It's 8,000. I'm living beyond my means.
Speaking of appearances, let's break down what we're actually seeing in these videos, because trust me, details don't lie. And those details are telling a story that Reese might not want us to hear. If you've made it this far and are enjoying the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. We know watching this video takes some of your time, and we appreciate you. Now back to the action.
Trying to figure out why she's putting so much time in developing an outside shot when she works under the basket primarily. You get a rebound, or you're going to try to run out there all of a sudden and shoot a three, even though you got perimeter players that are standing around waiting for you to pass them the ball so they can shoot wide open shots. It could potentially be a horrible season for the Chicago Sky.
You ever see those Instagram versus reality posts that always make you do a double take? Well, the Clark and Reese workout videos are serving up some serious expectation versus reality vibes. But here's the thing, one of these athletes is about to get a wake-up call, and it's not who you might expect. Let's break down what these videos actually show us. On one side, we've got Caitlyn Clark laser focused on specific aspects of her game. She's working on tight dribbling, navigating through confined spaces. Then there's the mid-range game and finishing through contact. Clark's not just working out, she's addressing her weaknesses head-on.
What did they used to say on SportsCenter? Can't stop them, you can only hope to contain them. That's basically where you already were with Caitlin Clark, but she seems to be working to make sure she really can't even be contained by anyone.
Sure, she's out there dribbling and shooting, but something's off. You know what's wild? Reese is practicing three-pointers when her inside game is crying out for attention. Let me get this straight. Does she want to be the next Steph Curry instead of trying so hard to one-up? Clark, why not focus on your own game? You're a big focus on finishing at the rim.
A lot of the videos we see with Caitlin Clark, she's got actual men, grown men out there in her face trying to keep her from making shots and this and that and the other. There's not a lot of hands in Angel Reese's face here, and I am confused by the fact that she's trying to become this long-range player, it looks like. This is... she plays under the basket, or we thought she was playing under the basket.
So what do these differences tell us about their mindsets? Clark's video screams dedication and strategic improvement. She's not just maintaining her game, she's evolving it. Reese's video, on the other hand, feels more like a hasty response to Clark's viral moment. It's like she's more concerned with staying relevant on social media than addressing her on-court struggles. Here's the reality: one of these players is preparing for dominance, while the other seems focused on likes and views. Clark's putting in the work to potentially have an MVP-caliber season race. She's at risk of falling behind if she doesn't start focusing on the right areas of her game, and it just leaves you a scratch in your head as to what exactly is going on. Is Angel Reese trying to be an influencer, or is she trying to be a basketball player? You know what's really telling? The fan reactions to these videos. Clark's supporters are fired up, anticipating a breakout season. Meanwhile, Reese followers are scratching their heads, wondering why she's not addressing her real weaknesses. But don't take my word for it, the fans have plenty to say, and trust me, they're not holding back. Remember when your mom used to say, "It's not what you say, but how you say it." Well, in the world of WNBA fandom, it's not just what these players are doing in their workouts, but how fans are reacting to them. And let me tell you, the court of public opinion is in session, and the verdict, it's a doozy. Let's dive into the fan reactions to these videos, because they're telling a story all their own. Clark support ERS, they're over the moon, but Reese's fans, they're caught somewhere between confusion and frustration. So why this stark difference? It all comes down to substance versus style. Clark's video shows her grinding away at specific weaknesses, and fans are eating it up. They're seeing a player who's not resting on her laurels, but actively working to improve. One fan summed it up perfectly: the league isn't ready for Caitlyn's revenge tour, especially against the Washington Mystics. That's the kind of excitement you can't fake now. The script to Reese's video, and it's a whole different ballgame. Chicago Sky fans aren't just disappointed, they're roasting Reese like a Thanksgiving turkey. One fan hit the nail on the head, asking how come it's Angel Reese's PR team that is releasing this and not the Chicago Sky. Ouch. That's the kind of question that makes you wonder about team dynamics and player commitment. But wait, it gets better. Another Sky fan pointed out the elephant in the room: she needs to work on her inside game. But she's practicing shooting three-pointers when that isn't her role. One enthusiast said she should be doing the mic and drill all day, every day. Talk about missing the mark.
Imagine if your first-round draft pick had the season she had, the controversy she had, got injured in a questionable injury, asked out, and then started a podcast gossiping about everything in the league as a rookie. Please.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Caitlyn's head down, just
ready to
go.
go.
You don't hear a peep from her. She cares about on the. So you got me wound.
Here's a wild thought: is Reese trying to be more like Clark? Some fans seem to think so, with comments like, "Is this an attempt to be more like Caitlin Clark?" popping up. Remember when Ree told Shaq that people love watching Clark because she shoots logo 3 as well? Now it looks like she might be trying to get in on that action herself. But here's the thing: fans can spot the difference between hype and hard work from a mile away. They're not just looking at the flashy moves or the social media presence, they're watching for real, tangible improvement. And right now, Clark's video is screaming future MVP, while Reese's is whispering, "Please don't forget about me." I feel like I'm just scratching the surface. I feel like there's just so many areas that I want to improve in and to continue to get in the gym and work on that every single day. So what does this tell us about fan expectations? It's crystal clear they want substance, dedication, and a laser focus on improvement. They're not here for the social media games or the PR stunts. They want to see their favorite players putting in the work to become the best versions of themselves on the court. The contrast couldn't be clearer. Caitlyn Clark's laser-focused approach is setting her up for long-term success in the WNBA. She's not just maintaining her game, she's evolving it, addressing weaknesses head-in. Meanwhile, Angel Reese seems more concerned with keeping up appearances than improving her one-court performance. You know what's wild? The stats don't lie. Reese's 44.5% shooting from less than 5 feet is a glaring weakness she's not addressing. Instead of working on her inside game, she out here trying to one-up Clark. It's like you're Dennis Rodman trying to be Steph Curry. It just doesn't add up with Clark setting herself up for long-term success, and Reese, well, let's just say she might be setting herself up for something else entirely. One thing's for sure, the 2025 season just got a whole lot more interesting. Grab your popcorn, folks. This showdown is just getting started. The ball's in your court now. Who would you bet on for a longer, more impactful WNBA career? Let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and turn on all notification so you never miss out. Click the video on the screen, and we will see you in the next one.